on site. Just dropped off the stone. It rained all night long. The hole stayed dry. Got a little bit of standing water over there, but not bad. This ground drains a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, obviously it's got rock in it, but it's got a lot of sandstone particles in between, which allows it to drain. So basically, you're gonna set up the laser right now. It is midday. Set up the laser, shoot grade, my stone grade, and just go around this perimeter with the stone. Boxed out this area first before I put the stone down, just because he's gonna have a driveway in here and we don't want the sod. We want to use all the stone we can. We're gonna put stone back over here for him to get in and out, and just threw all the sod there for now. Just gonna get it in here, get it. Just shot this all with a laser. Again, just a triple check before I put stone in this, so I don't have to dig it out. Between 6 and 8 inches. Where that bedrock was, still gonna cover 2 to 3 inches. But we'll get it in like this, and then I'll go back through with a rake and fix it all up. Make it nice and nice. Then I gotta get the centers done. Go from there. Crank this thing up here. Don't want to put too much in there and have to be raking it out. Flatten that, give that a shot in a minute. A lot easier to put in with an excavator. You can control your depth than just dumping it in with a skid steer and making all the mud. So that's why I'm doing it like this. So people that are new to this video, you got to go back 2 videos ago to catch the beginning of this project to see what's going on. We are putting in the Lansing slab garage, monolithic style. Pour it all 2-foot punch all the way around, 4-inch center, reinforced, and then it gets a course and a half a block around it. And then that building over there where that blue truck is parked is getting cribbed up as we speak, and it's going to be walked over here and set on top of the new slab. That is the play. We're just going to unload this right like so, because I don't have the reach. Alright, we got to bridge this footer, get over a little bit, just the front tracks on the other side, like so. That's the only spot that held water right here, because it's all rock. It's all rock right there. GoPro issues again. She shut off, I didn't know. So anyways, keep you up to speed here. I got the grade all the way around at my height. Just raised the laser so I can get my 6 inches. It's probably more than 6 in here now, because the elevation's changed because of the rock. We had to raise that building up from our initial cut. So we probably have 8 inches to a foot. I don't know. I just raised it off our base 20 inches. That will give us a 4-inch center. So I'm going to leave stone like that in the dirt there until they get the forms in, and then we can trickle stone for the 45, just in case I'm not dead nuts on my marks, which you know I am, but I'll just leave it like so. Actually, you know what? I know I'm dead on my mark, so we're just gonna cover everything in stone, and then we'll let them adjust accordingly. I don't even know if I have enough stone to do the whole center because, like I said, we raised it. So we will find out. Pretty simple process from here. Just trickle on in and walk your bucket out. Like so. You got them little ridges in there, you just take this, flatten it out. Like a boss. All right. Like I said, I just shot it real quick. I'm about 1.5 inches, 2 inches low, which I knew that's what it would be because I put it in at 6, and it called for 8 after we adjusted the grade. It's just roughed in. The 45s aren't where it's got to be either. We'll get these boards all in around the outside perimeter, then adjust the center. After everybody walks on it, stomps on it, then we'll give it a final touch. But yeah, this is gonna be nice. We're gonna quickly box this out so we have a parking area. Nice. All smoothed out, ready for building materials. The cribbing has started. Keep you guys in the loop. Back on site, we got Carl and crew here laying up the Alaskan slab. I got my stone pile here with the backhoe 310G. Going to take this stone and put it in there and shape up these haunches and put a little stone in the center to get the height. Doing a fine job getting up on that stone pile. I'm surprised, very surprised, because these round twos just, you know, slip. Working our way around the backside. These guys are raking it to the haunch. Everything is formed up and just putting braces in between those braces, and then we're gonna take the rest of the stone and back the forms. Just backing the outside of the forms with stone, about 1 foot high on them. All right, on my last corner for the stone backfill on the forms. Rebar going all the way around, 4 bars. Got the blue 15 mil plastic, and then the forms are all oiled up. Then we get wire mesh, and then it's done. And just like that, 4 bars, wire mesh, 2 foot haunch all the way around, 15 mil poly, backfilled with stone wall right here with the preload in there. You can see the little bit of preload in that form, which will allow us for the correct expansion when all that weight hits it. Looking good. 2 foot haunch with a 4-inch center. 24 by 36. Concrete's Monday. Looks like I'll be on the pour with them. Yeah, we got the yellow trucks pouring today. Let's go. Got the haunch going in first. We're gonna put 2 lifts on that haunch and then put this 4-inch center in. We got our laser right there, ready to go. Nice and nice. Everything's formed up, or oiled up, I mean. Gotta love the way that slides on the plastic. Frosty plastic. Second truck's here. All right, second truck here. Got the wire up. Jiggle it just a tiny bit. Get her up in the air. All right, haunch is all stable. We're getting the top done, you let your cement on the flat and let it roll into the haunch. Don't blow that cement into the form. That preload we put in there is working perfect. We're gonna get this going across, lift the wire. Well, it's so simple, guys. As you get going, just tug it up just a little bit, it gets right under it. And it does not go down because of the stones. So you can step on it all you want. Look, I'm stepping on it. It's still up 1.5 inches. Yeah. That's right, Carl. Letting the guy pour. I got my screed marks out there with the laser. They're all set. Once we get on that vibra screed, we go to those. She'll flow nice and nice. All right, let's see what we got. Everything's in and flat. Just waiting on the sun and that calcium to kick up. Looking good. We got a 8-foot door opening there, 2 9s there. Let me get past this water here. We tapered. Usually on the elastic slabs, we don't taper the door openings, but this one we did. We went the extra mile. It's a little bit better. So we tapered the doors on each one, and that's a center pier for the blocks. Another 1.5 hours or so, they'll start hitting this off. I gotta go. I gotta run to Wyndham. We were going over a bunch of stuff. We had the house moved and set and ready to go, and now we just got a call from homeowners association and all that. Can't do it, so we got big meetings down there now. I gotta shoot down there. Carl's gonna finish this out, and then he'll be back to do the blocks in the morning, saw cut, and then that building over there is going to get set on here in about 3 weeks or so, and hopefully I'll get some footage of that. That's going to be interesting too. So That's where we're at. All right, here's Carl right here. Another one in the books.
If you guys ain't subscribed, better hit that like button because this guy is awesome.
There it is. You heard it from the man himself, Mr. Carl. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.